Hi, everyone. My name is Josh Miller. I am your student's IB math teacher this year. I teach both sections of SL and HL, so I'm going to go ahead and go through all of IB math in one video for you all. Most of it will be applicable to both classes, so there's not much difference between them outside of the curriculum that they go through. Um, a little bit about me. I am from Indiana. I was born and raised in Greenwood, in the Center Grove School District. I went to Indiana University Bloomington for my bachelor's degree in math education, and I completed my master's degree in math at IUPUI. This is my first year teaching the IB math program here at Carmel, but I'm extremely excited. I've enjoyed it so far. I really enjoy working with your students. They are a lot of fun to have in class. And I'm getting help throughout the year from the old IB math teacher, Mrs. Ware. So your students may know who she is if they had her last year for IB as well. Uh, what students can kind of expect in class is the course is structured a little more as a supported independent study. And I use independent study a little loosely because independent study is typically on your own with just the teacher, but the students have each other to work with in class. There's about in one section of the course, there's about 10 HL students and 10 standard level students. And then in the other section, the whole class is standard level. So they have everyone in their groups to work with each other. There's always group work that we'll go through. They'll have investigations, explorations for the material to kind of develop their understanding themselves. So there's a lot less direct instruction from me. I do, at the end of most class periods, go through kind of a notables slide for them, which I have in the modules for them, just to kind of review through what they should get out of those investigations each day, and then they can take notes over any things that they might have missed, and we can correct some misunderstandings. They also have me there to ask questions at any moment in time. I'm more than happy to help them out through the things, but it is a bit more of an independent, direct, they can decide what notes they feel they need, and I'm happy to check those over, that sort of thing. And then every night I give them problem sets to work through and come back with questions on. um, and I would post the keys to those as well. I'll be posting the keys for the last couple for standard level, and HL has had them posted as well. uh, on our Canvas page, if you click on modules, that is where everything the students are going to need are housed. um, in each day in class, we have a module. So, for example, today for Gold SL, they have an agenda in there. It kind of goes over the sections that we're doing that day. So, SL is covering 3334 and reviewing a little bit because they have a test next time. HL is doing their review assessment corrections on their next class period. There's a video in case some of the notes need an extra video. We've got their homework is at the bottom of the module, and then any in-class stuff or notes. So like the slide decks, the notables are posted here in the module. There's like an outliers video in case they were struggling with that. Textbook pages right now, we are currently waiting on getting more textbooks for the class. So we have an in-class classroom set that the students use every day. And then once we get those new textbooks, or potentially online code access for the textbooks, they'll be able to access them more consistently at home. Until then, I am posting PDFs of those textbook pages so that they can work at home on their own or with each other. Um, a lot of the class expectations the students actually came up with themselves on the first couple of days, and any of those expectations will be posted in a document on Canvas for them. They decided, the weight for all of their tests and homework and everything, 20% of it is the paper that they have to write for the IB program for the math course, and that has to be 20% of their grade. They decided that the last 80% of their grade would be 50% assessments, 30% homework. They also decided that the way the homework would be set up would be I would give them the problems, I would set deadlines for them, but that they could turn it in at any time up until the date of the test. So they can use those deadlines as a general guide on how to keep on pace. Um, But if they fell behind, there isn't a penalty for them until the day of the test. We had a discussion in class about the purpose of homework and how it's to help them prep and get ready for the assessment. And they agreed as a class that after the day of the test, they cannot turn in the homework for credit. They're more than welcome to turn it in for me to check, but if they want the credit, it has to be done before the test. And that, again, was something they all decided as a class in that class discussion. They also decided their assessment. They decided their retake policy. In lieu of retakes, they are doing assessment corrections. So the class period following the test, they get their tests back with things marked that are incorrect or problems marked incorrect. And then they can work together with their classmates and the textbook to go through, relearn what they didn't understand the first time around, correct their assessment, and then they decided they would correct it for up to a 95% on that assessment. So if they ever have any questions over any material or anything, they are more than welcome to come in for SSRT or schedule some time before or after school. I've had a few students do that so far. I'm more than happy to work with them one-on-one if they're struggling with particular material. I do have one of our peer tutoring SSRTs, and I have one student who has volunteered to be an IB peer tutor. So they are always welcome to come in and work with that student if they're available in that day, or they can come in and ask me questions, or they can just come in and work together if they're struggling through the same material. And I am happy to answer whatever questions that they have. If you all ever have any questions for me or wanted to reach out, you're more than welcome to do so. There are two Josh Millers that are teachers in this building. I'm one of them. The other is a social studies teacher. So I just always advise parents to be a little careful when they email. My email is jmiller4@ccs.k12.in.us. Sorry, that was an email that I just got. So that is the email if you wanted to reach out to me. I'm always more than happy to schedule a phone call with you as well if you need during the school day. I'm normally only responsive during the school day. So if you do send me an email, I typically reply within 24 hours. If it's the weekend, I reply on the following Monday. Same for phone calls. If you would like to schedule a phone call, that would be during the school day as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and have a great rest of your day.